The parasol is a very common symbol in Buddhist art, and I'm sure in Hindu and Bon art as well. So the parasol also can be called an umbrella. Parasol is just a little bit more genteel. Umbrella can make one think that it's primarily for rain. So the umbrella, the parasol, we first really find it with the 8 auspicious symbols. Now, the 8 auspicious symbols we'll go into in detail another time, but the parasol is one of the objects, and it represents royalty and it represents protection. So in art and in ritual practices, which sometimes art is used for or created for, the parasol can be used either as just a symbol, a ritual object. It can be with the other 7 auspicious symbols, or it can be on its own. And this you can find primarily with initiation cards. But you can also find metal objects depicting all 8 symbols, and these are used for offerings, decorations on a shrine, a more permanent shrine. Now, in terms of figurative art, we actually have a deity named after the parasol. We have the white parasol deity, Ushnisha Sitatapatra, and we've already talked about her at a little bit length. She has many different forms, but her primary attribute that she holds in her first pair of hands is in fact the white parasol or white umbrella. Then we have the figure of Dharmatala. Dharmatala is the attendant to the 16 elders, or the 16 Lohan, or the 16 Arhats. In Tibetan language, it would be the 16 Tibetan, going back to the Sanskrit, the 16 Stavira. So Dharmatala always is wearing a type of backpack, and the backpack contains the books and the begging bowls and extra robes of the 16 monks, the 16 elder monks. And above this backpack that he wears, then there's an umbrella mounted to the top, which shields him and shields the robes and the books and the begging bowls. There's another figure, but in the Bon religion, named Drampa Namka, and there's a number of different iconographic forms where he holds up an umbrella in the upraised, usually right hand, but it can also be the left. So there does not appear to be a lot of consistency with that. Now, with the Kendri painting style, which was developed in the mid to late 15th century, then it's very common with Buddhas and religious teachers, and with Mahasiddhas, it's very common to find an umbrella or a parasol above their head. Very decorative and a little bit Chinese in style. With certain figures such as the Mahasiddha Virupa, then it's also common in his iconography to have a young woman holding an umbrella above his head, in a kind of narrative scene. Generally, it's trying to depict him more outside, drinking alcohol and being shielded from the sun, which he is not allowing to set for the evening. But that is another story. So these are the main uses for the parasol, and the only real confusion that can sometimes arise is confusing the parasol with a victory banner. A victory banner such as what's held by the god Vaishravana. The victory banner can sometimes appear, depending on the art style or the artist, it can appear as though it is actually an umbrella, which it's not. It's a different thing entirely. So just a little introduction to the use of an imagery of the parasol. So you can press the like button, you can subscribe, you can ask questions, and you can also support the work we do by joining HAR on Patreon.